The most symbolic issue is that of Jerusalem. The Islamic places of worship that the Palestinians cherish are in the quote-unquote undivided Jerusalem that has been offered to Israel. But Trump's deal mandates a new Palestinian capital in eastern Jerusalem. The third holiest shrine in Islam, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, will also remain under Israel's control. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has categorically said that Jerusalem is not for sale and that he would not accept any Palestinian state without Jerusalem as the capital. The fourth issue here is the right of return of Palestinian refugees. Many Palestinians had to flee their homeland and leave their assets behind when Israel invaded. The New Deal rules out the possibility of them returning to their homeland. It also rejects the possibility of compensating the refugees for their lost assets. Instead, the Arab countries in the neighborhood have been asked to absorb the Palestinians who had to flee. Going straight across now to Arsen Ostrovsky joining us live from Tel Aviv. Arsen is an international human rights lawyer and a West Asia expert. Thanks very much for speaking with us. How do you view Trump's peace plan? Would you call it a win-win for both sides as he claims it to be?
Look, first of all, I should say that, today also marks 28 years since diplomatic relations between Israel and India officially were created. And with that note, that India has cautiously welcomed the Trump peace plan. Look, to answer your question more specifically, yes, I do believe it is a win-win situation, and that anyone that looks on it in a rational and sober manner ought to come to a conclusion. At the day, the parameters that have been proposed, I think, are fair, are just, and they give hope to both Israelis and Palestinians alike. It paves, peace will not be created overnight, but it does pave the road for a better, safe, and I think more prosperous future for both the Israelis and Palestinians, recognizing the importance of Israeli security, but also giving Palestinians a path to independence and statehood, which they claim that they crave. The reality, however, is that this is the best deal the Palestinians will receive. That being the case, they have received multiple deals in the past, which has repeatedly been rejected, and regrettably, they've done so again on this occasion. Prime Minister Netanyahu and his chief rival, Benny Gantz, immediately accepted the deal, whereas Mahmoud Abbas, as you heard in your introduction, rejected it again, saying 1,000 no's. So the unfortunate reality is, as the famous saying here goes, that the Palestinians regrettably never miss an opportunity, and this is an amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them to realize their dreams and aspirations, which they have rejected. So one ought to ask, do they claim, as their leaders say, that they seek peace, they seek a better future, or what is it that they really desire? Do they want to keep their own people in misery? Do they want to perpetuate the conflict and seek Israel's destruction? The ball is squarely in their court, how they move from here.
Point. But speaking of how the Palestinians have not been a part at all of the deal-making process in a way, would you agree with their rejection on the basis that the plan fails to recognize Palestinian sovereignty, as they say, and that it attaches nearly impossible conditions for granting Palestine statehood?
Look, the Palestinians have not been involved in the negotiation process out of choice. For at least 2 years now, they've repeatedly rejected attempts from the U.S. administration to negotiate the deal, to come to an agreed parameters. So the deal that they have received is ultimately the best deal that they will obtain in these circumstances. Did they receive everything they want? No, absolutely not. Have the Israelis received everything they want? No, absolutely not either. There's a number of restrictions and conditions on Israel as well. We must bear in mind, including the status of the eastern part of Jerusalem and in which parts Israel is permitted to build or not. But the reality is it does pave the way to Palestinian statehood and independence, but it does so on the condition, and it's quite fair conditions in the circumstances, that they do such simple things as cut out the terrorism and incitement, that Hamas is no longer in the picture, that they do not commit to things like ongoing payments to terrorists. So those are all things that are absolutely necessary for any peace to flourish, including for the Palestinians to give up the fanciful hope of the so-called right of return.
Arsen Ostrovsky, appreciate you joining us.